Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He'll allow a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
How much?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Stays on his feet. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what it's all about. Continuity, rhythm.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Maybe.
O'Neal. And they have the football and will set up shop at the...
Oh, they can shoot. They can shoot this year too.
So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, let's face it, everyone thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Yeah.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No, you gotta be 99. No.
Gage, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force
I think
incomplete.
you gotta be 90. You gotta be 99 to change or takeover or something like that.
But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
If I knew he was doing it, he was doing it. Pretty big though.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They snap it at one. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every
Oh,
season
I'm in
since
franchises.
2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them
Online.
covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence.
I'm in one almost every year.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Yeah, that's what it is on here too.
This game.
It's like they had 2-day advance. They got 24-hour advance, or you got a 1-day advance,
Yeah,
or
and it's
72
hard for me
hours.
to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
No, you can mute the chat. You can mute the chat. You know that?
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're
Yeah.
going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And there is Amari
Yeah.
Cooper, his first catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Oh, I did too.
He'll buy some time right. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. pass is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
No, on the 5 you can. Yeah, shots to the same. On the 5 you can get all releases.
As it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with first down now. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. With 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run. It's Gurley.
Damn.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And by the way, for those of you that think Todd Gurley may have lost a step, I think you can look at this play as evidence that that is indeed not the case.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete.
Prescott.
7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Yeah.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott now. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I don't think it's on PS. I don't think it's on PS5 version.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Oh yeah, I think they probably took it off because everybody was complaining about it.
And this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Prescott. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14, Falcons 7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing again, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. ASAP, the coach, told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and that decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, C.D. Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Carry now for Elliott. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a first down. On the option, here's Elliott. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Taken down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10 on the counter. Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction.
Yo.
We're doing really well.
Yo.
Yeah, he's sprung to that door.
Yeah, I hit him up on group, man. He ain't said nothing back.
Oh, he ain't respond. All right, bro.
All right.
That's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Ooh, with a juke. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Yeah, you know, we can do that over. Yeah, we like that over. We can do that over here.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down at about 9 to go. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. Elliott. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
From the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second.
On second down now. It's Elliott. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. He finds an opening past the 40. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Well, there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Damn, he the slipping, but hit his head, standing butt naked on top of the edge of the tub. Man, I tell you, that nigga trying to stand on top of the tub, but nigga talking about his birthday.
The turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success. He's got
Oh
it in,
my
complete.
God,
And
man.
out across midfield, down to the 45.
What I told you, Slick, I knew that what it was.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action now. Ryan. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I told you. Hey, Tate.
They keep the drive rolling.
Hey, Tate.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game.
Tate.
Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way.
Hey, Tate, his birthday, man. He won on top of the tub and said his birthday butt naked, man. That's why he failed. I knew that what it was.
Double zone, man.
Yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 40.
I knew that what it was. He's on edge of that, on top of that tub. Butt naked, talking about his birthday. Nigga. He ready to celebrate.
I'll have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Yeah, he did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Hey, Tank. Hey, Tank. Hey, ask him, like, do he know his birthday? Do he know his birthday? Well, ask him, you know what I'm saying? Ask him, do he know his birthday? You know what I'm saying? Check on his head, man. Just ask him how old he is, his name and stuff like that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd.
No, I'm serious, cuz. He don't have a concussion, bro.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.